Today I thought we'd talk a little bit about salt and minerals. You know, salt and minerals can either be your best friend or your worst enemy. I think we've got your worst enemies right here. Red blocks, salt blocks, fertilizer. Absolutely no question about it. A horse cannot get what he needs from a block, and he gets too much of what he needs from fertilizers. Now we all want nice lush green pastures, and we all know that horses need salt. Let me just try to explain a little bit about what I'm talking about here. You know, the problem with 10-10-10 or any fertilizer, 20-10-10 or whatever, is it's basically just nitrogen, potassium, and phosphorus. If a horse gets too much potassium, it's absolutely deadly. Absolutely no question about it. Now, why would a horse get too much potassium from fertilizer? The reason is grass that you put it on is a living, breathing organism. If grass thinks it's going to die, it obviously wants water. The way it gets that water is it pulls that potassium up from the ground because that brings the water with it. And when it does, and the horse eats it, it's deadly. The reason it's deadly is the potassium changes the gut pH. If the gut pH changes, then all kinds of problems can happen, like colic, laminitis, or founder. Certainly abortion in your mares is a possibility. But the way they balance that potassium is having available salt and other minerals. The problem with salt blocks and mineral blocks is that they just can't get what they need fast enough to balance that potassium. And that's why it's so important to have another source of salt and minerals. This is a mineral feeder. In this is a free choice, loose form of natural salt and minerals. The loose form is absolutely critical so they can balance that potassium and nitrogen and so on that they get from the fertilizer. What's so unique about this too is that it's an organic source of salt and mineral. See, most salt and minerals, even in the free choice form, are man-made mixes. You know, honest to goodness, you know, I even wonder whether or not man truly knows what horses need. We have recommended daily allowances to go on, but you know, quite honestly, they're pretty outdated. And I honestly think Mother Nature knows more than man does as far as a horse's needs or our needs or grass's needs or whatever. And when man tries to make a mix, sometimes he gets too much of what he doesn't need and not enough of what he does need. I've decided and found that it's best to actually go to natural sources of salt and mineral. You know, with our horses, we actually have a product that we've got from the desert that used to be the ocean. And in that ocean, of course, there was all kinds of micronutrients, maybe even nutrients that we haven't even discovered yet. And these nutrients are attached to this salt and minerals. And that's important because it makes them more readily absorbed. And as far as I'm concerned, this is the single most healthy thing you can do for your horse, is absolutely, without a doubt, have a loose, formula, free choice salt and minerals. No question. If you want healthy horses, throw away the blocks. Be very, very careful with the fertilizer. Definitely don't graze your horses after you put them out on it. And if you fertilize your fields in any way, shape, or form, or if you just want healthy horses in general, make sure they have a loose, granular form of free choice salt and minerals, preferably organic. Thank you. After that clip aired on national TV not too long ago, I was bombarded with the question, but what do I use? You know, what's the natural source of salt and minerals? Well, I'm here to tell you, in my not so humble opinion, that I believe the most effective healthcare prevention that you can do for your horse is to always make available a product that we make called Red Cow. It's so easy to use that all you have to do is literally just hang a bucket on a fence post and let them have all they want. It's an awesome product. They love it. Without a doubt, check it out. Red Cow.